At exactly 4 in the morning, while the hills of Montecito were still hidden behind a thick Pacific fog, a secure phone line reportedly lit up inside a quiet California mansion. The call didn't come from a family member. It didn't come from a friend. According to several insiders, the call originated from officials connected to the British government, and it was meant for Prince Harry. The line rang, and then stopped. 12 minutes later, the call ended unanswered. Now, on its own, a missed call might not mean much, but sources claim this one may have been connected to a much bigger conversation happening thousands of miles away in London. Inside the walls of Buckingham Palace, a group of senior advisors and legal experts had reportedly gathered to discuss something the royal family rarely talks about in public: the future of the monarchy, and where Harry and Meghan fit into it. Because according to several reports circulating within political circles, the palace may be quietly exploring ways to reshape the royal institution in ways we've never seen before. And if those discussions become reality, the ripple effects could change the Sussex story forever. But to understand why tensions have reached this point, we have to go back to where everything started. And that story begins with a decision that shocked the world. In January 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made an announcement that sent shockwaves through the royal establishment. They were stepping back as senior members of the royal family. The decision, quickly dubbed Megxit by the media, was unlike anything the monarchy had experienced in modern history. Senior royals rarely leave their roles voluntarily. But Harry and Meghan didn't just step back from duties. They relocated across the Atlantic, eventually settling in California. Suddenly, the couple who once represented the crown around the world were building a completely different life. A life involving media projects, speaking engagements, and major entertainment deals. For the palace, the situation created a complicated problem. Because Harry was still a prince, still the son of the future king, but no longer part of the working royal structure. At first, the arrangement appeared temporary. Yet, as the years passed, it became clear something deeper was happening. The distance between Harry and the rest of the royal family wasn't shrinking. If anything, it was growing. And what happened next made the situation even more explosive. In 2021, the tension inside the royal family became public in a way few people expected. During a highly watched interview with Oprah Winfrey, Harry and Meghan shared deeply personal claims about their experiences within the institution. The interview drew enormous global attention. Some viewers sympathized with the couple. Others defended the monarchy. But one thing was undeniable. The royal family suddenly found itself at the center of an international controversy. Palace officials responded cautiously, issuing a short statement that acknowledged concerns while promising to address matters privately. But behind the scenes, reports suggested the atmosphere had grown increasingly strained. Family relationships were tested. Trust was questioned. And the once tight bond between Harry and his brother, Prince William, appeared more fragile than ever. Yet, while the public focused on the emotional side of the story, something else was unfolding quietly inside the palace. A strategic conversation about the future of the monarchy itself. And that conversation may have already been underway long before the Sussex drama began. For years, royal observers have talked about one idea that continues to surface inside palace discussions: a slimmed-down monarchy. The concept is simple. Instead of a large, extended royal family representing the crown, the institution would focus on a smaller group of senior working members. Supporters argue that this approach would make the monarchy more efficient and more transparent to the public. Critics worry it could weaken tradition. But the idea gained momentum when King Charles III took the throne. Long before becoming king, Charles had reportedly expressed interest in streamlining royal roles. And now, according to several royal analysts, that vision may slowly be taking shape. Fewer working royals, clearer responsibilities, a structure built around duty rather than status. But if such a system becomes permanent, it raises an uncomfortable question. Where do non-working royals fit in? And that's where the conversation starts to get complicated. Because some legal experts say there are mechanisms, rarely used, that could potentially redefine royal titles. Mechanisms most people have never even heard of. Within British constitutional law, royal titles are not simply symbolic decorations. They are created through official legal instruments. One of the most important is known as letters patent. These documents allow a monarch to define how royal titles are granted or structured. Throughout history, letters patent have occasionally been updated to reflect changing circumstances. But there is another historical law that sometimes appears in discussions about royal titles: the Titles Deprivation Act of 1917. Originally passed during World War I, the act allowed the government to remove titles from individuals considered to have acted against British interests. To be clear, there has been no official indication that such a law would be applied to Harry or Meghan. However, the mere possibility has fueled endless debate among royal commentators. Some analysts believe the monarchy would avoid such a dramatic move entirely. Others think the institution could eventually redefine how titles are used, especially in commercial settings. And that's where the conversation shifts from tradition to something much more modern: money. Because the Sussex name has become far more than a royal title, it has become a global brand. After stepping away from royal duties, Harry and Meghan signed major media partnerships with companies like Netflix and Spotify. Their projects included documentaries, podcasts, and other content exploring social issues and personal stories. Supporters saw it as a natural transition into independent work. Critics argued the couple were still benefiting from royal status while no longer representing the crown. That tension created a unique situation. The Sussex brand carried enormous public recognition precisely because of its royal connection. But the couple were now operating outside the royal system. If the monarchy were ever to restrict the use of royal titles commercially, the financial consequences could be significant. Contracts built around public image could suddenly face new complications. Brand identities might need to shift, and the Sussex name itself could evolve into something entirely different. Yet, while money is part of the equation, insiders say the real issue may be something deeper: control. Because the future leadership of the monarchy may already be shaping the next chapter. Prince William has often been described as the future face of the monarchy. Younger, focused on modernization, determined to maintain public trust in the institution. While William rarely speaks publicly about family disputes, royal insiders believe he supports a more structured system for working royals, one where public duties remain the central focus of royal life. According to several commentators, this philosophy reflects a broader generational shift inside the palace. The monarchy cannot rely purely on tradition. It must also adapt to the expectations of a modern audience. Transparency, accountability, public service. But adapting an institution that is more than 1,000 years old is never simple. Every change affects history, protocol, and family relationships, which is why discussions about Harry and Meghan are so delicate. Because no matter how the monarchy evolves, one fact remains unchanged: Harry is still the king's son. And that reality makes every decision far more complicated. So where does this story actually go next? Insiders often describe 3 possible paths, and each one could reshape the royal landscape. The first scenario is the most dramatic: a complete separation. In this outcome, Harry and Meghan would fully transition into private life with no remaining connection to royal titles or roles. While some commentators speculate about this possibility, most experts consider it unlikely. The second scenario is more subtle. Titles might remain socially recognized, but could face restrictions in commercial contexts. This approach would allow the monarchy to protect its identity while avoiding a direct confrontation. But there is also a third scenario: a quiet compromise. In this version of events, the Sussexes continue building their independent life while maintaining limited symbolic ties to the royal family. No dramatic announcements, no constitutional battles, just a gradual evolution of roles over time. And according to many royal watchers, that path may ultimately be the most realistic. Because sometimes the most powerful decisions in royal history happen quietly, without headlines, without public confrontation, but with consequences that shape the institution for decades. The British monarchy has survived wars, political revolutions, and countless scandals across centuries. Its greatest strength has always been its ability to adapt. Now, in the modern era of global media and constant public scrutiny, that adaptability may be tested once again. The relationship between Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and the royal family remains one of the most talked about stories in the world. But beyond the headlines lies a much larger question. What kind of monarchy will exist in the future? A traditional institution rooted entirely in history? Or a modern structure focused on defined roles and public service? The answer may not arrive in a single announcement. Instead, it will likely unfold slowly, decision by decision, year by year. And when historians look back on this period, they may see it as the moment when the royal family quietly stepped into a new era. One where tradition and transformation had to find a way to exist side by side. Because for the monarchy, the real challenge has never been surviving change. It has always been deciding how to change. And that decision may already be unfolding behind palace walls right now.